How you all doing? Welcome back to the South Coast Angler channel. As you can tell, I've got both the rods out now and I'm actually using my wireless microphone today and it's actually working. I had to send one back, but yeah, we're down Brighton Beach. We're giving it a go for the place. There's been a few coming out at the moment. Apparently they're quite far out, but we shall see. I mean, apparently they're about 200 yards out, but I'm definitely not casting that. Definitely not. But we've got two baits in the water anyway. One's blow lug, one's ragworm. I'll probably mix them up. I've got a wishbone rig on and I've also got a one hook clip rig on. Hopefully they do the business today. We've got about just over an hour till high tide. So we'll be fishing the tide up for an hour and then probably down for another, I don't know, 4, 5, 6 hours. It's not ideal, but we're gonna give it a go. That's all we could do. So we're gonna give it a go today, see if we can bag an early place to get that under our belt. There's not a lot down in the Solent. The reports have been very, very dire. There's been like one decent fish in between hundreds and hundreds of little whiting and dogfish, so it's pretty dire at the moment. Even when I went out on the boat the other day, we had hundreds and hundreds of fish, but one decent fish between them. So I'm going to sit back, get the tent set up. I've got a new cooker to try out today as well. We're going to make some tea, we're going to have burgers for dinner, and then I've got some soup as well. So have a little cook up. Test out the old burner, see how it is. Keep ourselves warm, but it's lovely and warm now. It's meant to be about 2 degrees, but I'm roasting. I mean, I've got my thermals on, but yeah, it's lovely. Right guys, I'm gonna watch these rods for a bit and hopefully bag a fish. See you in a bit. So as you can tell, we are down fishing by the famous Banjo Groin, halfway in between the marina and the pier. But that sea out there today is absolutely flat calm. Perfect conditions for the place, if there's any out there. I mean, I know they're out there, it's just whether they're going to be biting or not. So hopefully one of them bites on our rods and we can show you one. I'm pretty sure we'll get some sort of flat fish today. I don't know what it will be, but we could either get a PLAICE, flounder or dab today. So fingers crossed it's a good one, eh? Here we go, so what we got here, we got our little kettle, and I've got this little burner and gas bottle. I've got a frying pan for later for the old burgers. I don't think it's massive, but it should do us. But yeah, let's get the kettle on, eh? Yeah. Look at that, eh? Fish with a mat mug, 4. Fish with a mat. Here you go, friend.
Thank you.
Lovely black tea.
Oh, lovely.
We forgot the milk.
hang on, mate.
Give it a little squeeze. Right, we're going to sit back, have a cup of tea, and wait for these PLAICE, hopefully. Right then, people, we're going to have our first bait check. Sorry if I look a bit homeless, but it's absolutely roasting. Absolute roasting. Let's have a look, see what we got on here. Probably nothing. Doesn't feel any heavier. Just going to do a bait check. It's been out there about 20 minutes, 25 minutes. don't think I've seen anything that resembles a bite, so. Just checking my bait, my friend. No. Definitely not any weight. There's definitely nothing on here. The lugworm's probably been a little bit nibbled. But now we've had our first cast, I'm going to probably put a few more on there, on the old wishbone. Do a double lug bait. I'll show you the bait in a second. Beautiful. Oh, he's a fat boy. Slightly nibbled. It's high tide in 20 minutes. 1:55, I think.
2:30.
Oh.
Brighton, 2:30.
Why is that stuck? Oh well. Alright, let's give this a cast out, shall we? Be able to watch me snap off. Bit of an overrun. I need to undo the brakes a bit, to be honest. Back in the water. It wasn't the best cast, but let's have it. I just brought the other rod in as well. That bait was untouched also. So I've just slung that one back out. The ragworm was still wiggling around, so we put that back out for now. We'll give that another 10 minutes. We'll change it up for fresh ones. Maybe even tip it with a bit of squid, you know. Give that bit of extra attractant for the place, because they love a bit of the old squid tip rag. Hopefully we could get PLAICE in a minute. We're nearing high tide, so see what happens. Right, so we're not getting many bites. So I've just stuck a strip of squid on the end of my ragworm bait. See if we can maybe attract something that way. And I'll put a gripper lead on there now because the tide's now running. So see if it makes any difference. Here we go. Just heard a scream from Matt. Said I've got a bit of weight on my line. Look what he's pulled in.
Look at the size.
Lovely PLAICE. Hold her up. Look at that, eh? What a beauty. Let's give it a sun on her. Look at that. What a beauty PLAICE. Well done, mate.
Happy days.
Now it's caught on a 2-0 hook with ragworm and limpet. How about that, eh?
Mental.
Well done, mate.
Cheers, thanks for that.
Let's get ourselves one, eh? Let's get ourselves a PLAICE. They're here. The guy next to Matt's just pulled in one as well, so they're here. Come on. So after seeing Matt land that PLAICE on a bit of limpet, I'm going to do the same. Going to put a bit of limpet on my flapper. Don't know if you can see that. It's not focusing, but there's a bit of limpet on the end of that flapper with a couple of nice ragworm that are still moving around nicely. So we'll get that cast out, see if we can get ourselves a nice PLAICE like Matt's. It's a shame they're not a bit fatter this time of year, but you know, it is what it is, I guess. Well, after that little bit of excitement, I thought it's best time to get the kettle on, so I'll start the kettle on, have another cup of tea and hopefully we'll grab a salsa plays in a minute. The guy next to Matt, he's also had he had some sort of flatfish. I'm not sure whether it was a plaice, flounder or dab, but he had something. But it wasn't as long as Matt's one. So Matt's plaice was 39 centimetres. But it's very, very thin, very thin. But it's a plaice at the end of the day. It's a plaice. So they are here, and they are within our casting distance, which is probably about 100 yards, maybe more, I'm not sure. But yeah, well done to Matt, eh? Good start. So we're going to have a little bait check of this right hand rod. What I'm going to do is I'm going to change the wishbone rig for a 2-hook loop rig. Because I think this wishbone rig's getting tangled up a bit. I don't know whether it's getting tangled up in the tide or whether it's getting tangled up when I reel in, but I'm not happy with it. I'll get it changed, I think. Right, here we go. I don't know how well you're going to be able to see this, but this is the loop rig. And as you can see, there's a big loop of line down below. So that's basically where, it's basically a 2-hook clip down rig, but the bottom snood is tight on the bottom. And when that comes off, you've got a long snood. And it's brilliant for the flatfish and just to keep a bait on the bottom. So we've got a rag tipped with limpet, and then we've got lug tipped with squid. So we'll get this out, see if we can get something different, eh? Well, not something different, but a plaice. Right, there we go, they're both back out. I'm not the best caster on the multiplier, I'm still trying to teach myself, but I've got the bait out there, that's the main point. It's kind of like a half pendulum I'm doing, I'm guessing. But yeah, happy days. Hopefully that rig does better and we can bag a plaice. It sounds like I'm the only one along here blanking at the moment, so it's not looking good, is it? Not looking good. Here we go then. There's not a lot happening on the rod, so got the old burgers on the go. Okay. They've only just gone on, but they already smell unreal. Absolutely typical. I get the burgers on, I'll get my first bite of the day on that left-hand rod. I'm not going to rush into it because if it's a plaice, it will swallow the hook anyway and we'll bring it in. But there's definitely a little tap on that.
Burger burning, it's burning!
The burgers are burning. They're not burnt, they're crystallised.
Crystal, caramelised.
That's right.
Yeah, that's all right.
They're all good, guys, don't worry. But yeah, we're getting a bite. I'll bring you back when I've decided to bring it in. Let's have a look at this. Hopefully we've got a plaice. Matt's just getting a bite now as well. Our grip is stuck. Well, there's definitely weight on here, guys. Come on. I've got weight on here, mate. Got some weight. Come on. Please be a plaice. Please be a plaice.
I like some good wax as well, mate. Happy days. Come on.
Nice bit of weight on here. Come on. There's got to be a fish on here, at least one or two. Please don't be a whiting. Please don't be a whiting. Oh, a bit of a fight there. That's got to be a place. Feels well heavy. Hey! What we got?
Flounder.
Oh.
Oh, very upset.
Oh.
At least it's not a whiting, mate. Come on.
Oh well.
There we go. Dan's got a flounder.
We got a flatty. Just make sure it is a flounder. Yep, it is a flounder because he's got a rough centre spine. Happy days. Lovely little flounder. Get her on hooks. We'll give you a show. Happy days. So let's grab our flounder. Hopefully the burgers aren't burning. All weapons at once, eh? Ugh. Right, come on chap. Show you how I unhook him. You've probably all seen it, but go for the gills. He opens up. There we go. Through the mouth. Grab the line, put it out, and there's the hook. Push the hook back through the mouth, and hopefully, as he says, oh there we go, she's out. Give her a quick measure. That is a 33cm flounder. Happy days. Beauty. Look at that. Beautiful little colours on it. Proper camouflaged. But it saves the blank, eh? Beauty. Let's get her in the bucket. We'll sort the burgers out and we'll get her back. Here we go. Bacon, dairy cheese and burger in a nice cobbed roll. Let's have a little taste, eh? My first burger on my cooker. Oh, that's good. Perfectly cooked. It's nice to have something warm on the beach while you're fishing. It's lovely. Mmm. That's good, man. I'm going to finish this, keep watching my rods, and hopefully I'll get a place. I've had that flounder, he's in the bucket, I'll get him back in a second. Just leave him in there for a few minutes to rejuvenate, then we'll get him back. Yeah, save the blank. Right, let's get this little flounder back, shall we? It's starting to get dark now. We've lost the sun, so we've just got a bit of residual light. Hopefully the bigger fish turn up. We're going to try for a ray in the darkness, but obviously we are losing the tide, so it's not the best. Right, here we go. There's a nice little pool here. You get him in there, he should swim back. There we go, beautiful. Happy days.
Inception.
Here we go, round two. Burgers on the beach. We pre-cooked the bacon this time, and we got 2 bits of bacon each. So yeah, happy days. Happy days. There we go, our last burger. Happy days. 2 bits of bacon this one, 2 bits of cheese, and a nice bit of beef. Happy days. Oh. Good. Here we go, just what the doctor ordered. I'm eating again and I'm getting bites. Maybe I should eat more often. Just had another bite on the left hand rob. It didn't look very whiting like. Maybe another flatfish. I'm hoping I'll get a place. I do feed at night time, so let's see what comes of it, eh? I'll bring you back. I knew these would turn up at some point. A little tiny whiting. I'm going to keep this one for bait, because I might chuck him out in a minute. I'll put him in the bucket of water, so if I don't use him, he can always go back. But yeah, little whiting. Quite a good little bite, that. Is he on there? Something on there, I think. Is that? Hey! Hey, we caught a dab! Yeah! We've caught a dab, everybody. Happy days. Thought that was a bit of a different bite to a whiting. I said we might catch a dab.
Good boy. What size hook you got on?
2 secs. There you go, everyone. A lovely little dab. Look at that.
Go on, dangle, hit a dab with a dab.
You can see right through it, so it's a dab. But yeah. Beautiful little dab. We'll go get her in the bucket for 5 minutes. And we'll get her back. She's got really faint little orange spots on her. But yeah, I haven't caught a dab for ages.
Go on, dangle, hit a dab.
Pan for right hole.
Hit the dab, go on. There you go, a dab for the dab.
And that when I was bringing it in. You wait till you see this. Look at the size of that. Absolutely tiny. There we go. Double tings. Look at the size of that. They're getting smaller.
No way.
They are getting smaller. That's probably my PB's smallest whiting. He's probably been in on there for ages, bless him. Look at the size of this little puppy. Look at the size of that. Yeah, if I stand here and hold him out like that, look at that. Beauty. Absolutely huge. Look at that. Big old lug bait. You never know. I ain't taking it home. You never know. Could pull in a massive cod. Look at that. Probably catch a tiny pin whiting on it. Oh well. At least it gets rid of the bait. It might be the eyes on the rod actually, I don't know. Well, there we go. There we have it. That massive, absolutely huge ragworm bait we had out there. Look at that. That's what we caught. on that huge ragworm bait. What an embarrassment. That is crazy, man. That bait was up to here. It's even blowing in the wind, it's that light. Well guys, thank you all for watching this video. Hopefully it's been enjoyable, slightly enjoyable. We had that one flounder and that dab. Turn my headlight off. And Matt had that lovely 39cm plaice. It's a shame it wasn't a bit fatter because it could have been nearly a £2 plaice, I reckon. But yeah, here's what it is. It's early in the season, they're always thin on the ground this time of year. But later in the season, that would probably be a near on £2 fish. But it's low tide now. It's actually not too cold, and we're going to send it home. We've had probably, between us, we've probably had about 30, 40 whiting, like literally tiny ones like this. But as soon as your bait goes out, you're just getting the little taps. But thanks all for watching, guys. We've had a brilliant day. I've been South Coast Angler. Good night.